like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
It's alive. Oh, it's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive.
Hello and welcome to It'sJustAwesome.com's 31 Days of Horror Part 4. We're reviewing a few horror films from each decade, starting with the 1920s, as well as giving you a brief overview of each decade's horror cinema history. Horror films actually began in the late 1800s, and House of the Devil is thought to be the very first horror short. But we're going to begin our overview with the 1920s, which were extremely formative years for the horror genre. The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, widely considered to be the first full-length horror film, used a German expressionist style to set the creepy mood and atmosphere. Structures were sharp and angular, and the long, twisted shadows were painted directly on the sets. This style can be seen in Nosferatu, an unlicensed adaptation of Bram Stoker's Dracula, which may or may not have featured an actual vampire, and would later directly influence Universal's monster movies of the 1930s, as those German filmmakers came to Hollywood. Actor Lon Chaney has become nearly synonymous with the silent horror genre, mostly due to his undeniably amazing special effects makeup that he would create and apply to himself. In fact, this is how he came to be known as the Man of 1,000 Faces, and his influence on horror films cannot be overstated. For this year's edition of 31 Days of Horror, our selections from the 1920s are Häxan, The Monster, starring Lon Chaney, and Faust. So be sure to check out those reviews on It'sJustAwesome.com. The full 31 Days of Horror list is on there as well, so you can follow along with us each night in October. If you dare.